They turn their back and they leave you. They gon' be back when they need you. I practice good over evil. Flipping the script like a read-through. Yeah, all of my brothers we equal. I play my part too like a sequel. You tell your niggas you got them on anything. Question is, do they believe you? Especially when you never come through. So much hate inside your heart. We don't even know what we done to you. We just know shit getting run through. Never chase you, let it come to you. You out here telling everybody.
Hey y'all, so as y'all can see, I'm at the park. First and foremost, long time no motherfucking see it, and I'm so sorry, and I apologize every time I come on here, but I need y'all to understand, like, as much as I am on this platform for y'all, I've also realized that I can just get so caught up in just doing all the damn time. And with YouTube, you have to do, you know what I'm saying, you have to be on here and record and be consistent, and I don't mind that, but you know, I've just been needing to take some time to myself, so and I always say that, but it's vital, you know, it's vital. I ain't even finna cap to y'all, you know what I'm saying? I fake like I've just been so busy. I've been into myself, so. But I hope everyone has been doing the same. Hope everybody has been taking care of themselves. I'm sending everybody love. I'm always sending everybody kisses and hugs from afar. And I hope everybody's new year has started amazing. March is my new year for real, you know what I'm saying? So things have been shifting and all of that. And it's always I may or may not go in step about that. But then again, I didn't bring my tripod that I usually bring for my camera. So I have to make some shake today. I can't even see my face. One thing about it, I'm always improvise. I'm so glad that we're now to the point of the sun going down around 7, 6 o'clock rather than 4, 3 o'clock, 5. Right now it's 5 something, and it looks so pretty out here. And it's a little windy, but it's not cold as usual, and I love that. Because if you know, you know I hate the cold. And I said I was gonna improvise, but my junk don't improvise with me today. I'm trying not to get aggravated. Because the one I have is like for my phone, you see the top? My camera was being dumb because I have too many videos on this mother freaker. So I delete some stuff. That's also what I need to be talking about. Like, yes, shifting has came into play, but it's also mainly regarding me having to remove things out of my life and things removing themselves. And that junk has been heavy on your girl. Because if you know, you know, I'm very passionate about everything in my life, and I cherish everything deeply, and I understand that things have to maneuver around me, and I also have to maneuver through that, you know what I'm saying? But like, I reminisce a lot, and it's not reminiscing in a sense of shame or anger or just straight sadness. Like, most of the time I'm literally just thinking about memories for what they were and just wishing that they were present again. But you know, we here to make more memories every day as we go. So yeah, I came out here as well to just be around the scenery, the nature. It's been a minute, and my grandma always tells me that she misses when I come out and do this because she can tell that this is when I'm in my zen, in my zone. And every time she says it, I can't help to get sad. Like, damn, I have not been to the park, but I've also just been working. And I've also been telling my friends that I'm not trying to just maneuver around work the rest of my life. Like, y'all, I found this, as I'm talking, I'm realizing there's so much I gotta tell y'all. Oh my gosh. I went to a crystal shop here, and I've been wanting to go for a long time. And I finally went. I had a reading done and everything, and it was so beautiful. Oh my God. He was talking to me about so many things that I've talked about within myself, that I've read God about, that I've journaled, that my peers have kind of encouraged me about and have talked to me about. It's like a lot of things have just been brought to light, and I believe that it's definitely God talking through people to me. And I'm pausing like that because I never even really looked at it like that. Like, I've just been like, these are signs, these are signs. Like literally while he was talking to me, I kept laughing because I was like, if only you knew how on point you are. And it wasn't even him just, you know, being a psychic or anything of that nature. That before we even sat down, he asked me how I was doing, and he asked me if there were like things that I wanted him to mainly touch on, and I literally was just like, I let him do it first, and then I asked questions afterwards. And when he pulled that first card, he was telling me how he could just feel my emotional energy, and not even just about my emotional energy in that present moment, but he was saying he just felt a lot of things that were like heavy on me, but he also senses me maneuvering through most of it. And he was like, it's your time to, I ain't even finna explain the whole reading, bro, but he mainly said it's time for me to dominate this shit, dominate the world that I'm in, move in my light, and I'm of a bright light, and that I can be so caring and so giving and so loving and all of that, but that I have to also realize when it's time to shake some shit up and leave some shit where it's at if I'm not being treated how I'm supposed to be, whether that's a person or a job. But you know what I'm saying? He said, he literally put his middle fingers up and was like, you're supposed to be on some fuck you, fuck this. And he was like, and it, he said in regards to my future, everything is a wild thing. He said it's not bad. He was like, if anything, it's wild to where you're like spaced out. And he was like, I can see you doing a lot of things, and that's who you are. And he was like, and I'm a fire sign, and he was like, and I can't be tamed. And he was like, and that's what I'm getting from you, like you can't be put in a box. And I've always said to my peers and just overall that I'm not a person that fits into one category of things. I'm not one person that can move into one career. And I used to get upset because I would feel like the minute I am being myself and speaking my truth in regards to that to people who do have their careers and shit set up, like it looks bad to them because it looks like I'm just sporadic and all over the fucking place. When in reality, I'm not meant to be in one thing, one place. Not even just with the reading, I found a book in the crystal shop, and it is a human design informational book. Basically, I found out my human design, my whole personality, like everything fit. Oh, everything fits. I am in a, hold on, this bird, hold on, damn it, I was talking and the bird was getting so close to me. I'm a multi-dimensional being. And it probably just sounds cliche because of everything I just told y'all, but no, when I was reading the book, it was putting a lot of things into words, and I love that because I hate when I can feel things and think on them heavily, but I can't articulate what I'm saying. I'll be feeling so illiterate. Then when I'm talking to people, I get irritated because I hate saying all the time, or I hate just saying small words when I feel as though I can expand my vocabulary and just expand my intellect. You know what I'm saying? And this book has just widened my intellect and just the knowledge about myself, and it made me excited to learn more about myself. And I'm always saying that as I'm learning about myself, because it's like, for the world to get to know me is a beautiful thing, interesting thing, but the more you learn yourself, child, most of this shit that you think you know about yourself is not true. You know, well, that's why it makes it so exciting to find out what is the truth, because it's like, the last thing I want to do is be so caught up in society's way of life and my peers' way of life and just forgetting about myself, so I'm not really living this shit. Okay, that's what we're here for. We're forever becoming. So you know, I don't know if I can hear the people in the back, and they're fine, by the way. I'm just about to move because I'm hungry. I mainly came out here, like I said, to take in the energy and the nature and to read out here and enjoy. And I am gonna read, but I also want to color. And I forgot my coloring book and stuff, and it's at home. So I'm gonna talk to y'all when I'm home as well, because I got some questions for y'all. I'm doing a Q&A. And yeah, I do want to take some pictures because I look fly. Hell, you time at? I'm gonna find some more, and then I'm gonna find somewhere to eat. And the wind is picking up, so I gotta skedaddle. Hey y'all, so as y'all can see, I am home, but it's a completely different day. So I honestly have no excuse for y'all. I literally just went home and relaxed after that night. Didn't color or do anything I said I was gonna do that day. But we have a lot of time. Update. My job's restaurant is remodeling. Today is Wednesday. The damn, where my phone at? Today is Wednesday. Wednesday. The 20th. Okay. So when I last recorded, I'm pretty sure it was like, all in all, it's a whole nother week. Okay, it's a whole nother week. My job is remodeling. They've been remodeling the restaurant since Monday, the 18th. We found out about this needing to happen Friday. So as much as things kind of felt last minute, like, you know, I feel like I need this time to just do me, you know what I'm saying? I was really just talking in the last video about a lot of shifting and everything going on, so there's just been a lot of things that I've been learning and unlearning, and you know what I'm saying? And I'm always doing that. That's nothing new. But now I'm not really working right now until I am, of course. So like, I'm gonna take advantage of this mother freaking thing. So with that being said, I am gonna still color and talk to y'all. A lot of people gave me a lot of questions for Q&A, so I got y'all. I'm also mainly wanting to show y'all these clothes I just got the other day. I did a little haul on my TikTok. If you follow my TikTok, you saw it. If you didn't, that's my TikTok right there. Follow. Also follow my Instagram, girl with the curls, 3 S's. We're not gonna look at my nails. I gotta put some more back on. These are from Shein, because I'll be saying Shein and people be like Shein. At the end of the day, whatever. Yeah, it's a beautiful day outside, so I might just do what I did yesterday and sit outside, smoke and watch a little YouTube. I don't know. I'm sorry for the screaming. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I just got really excited. I don't know if y'all watch Amber Rose on YouTube. It's so entertaining to me when we when we find out certain celebrities aren't just celebrities. Like, they aren't just musically inclined, musically talented. Like, a lot of people that are famous are a jack of all trades. Amber Rose is one of them. Of course, we mainly see what is mainstreamed, but like, all in all, she has podcasts on YouTube. She believes in like aliens and stuff like that, as a lot of people do. But like, I'm saying it's because she talks to certain people on her show. And so some of the videos, most of the videos I've seen so far are very informative. One of the videos I just watched yesterday was her talking to a scientist. His name is Neil. I forgot his last name, but if you watch that, you might learn some things that you probably have not learned before or just don't remember. Because I know as a kid, I learned a lot of stuff in school, and to this day, I still feel like it's a lot of things I need to learn again.
Of these books, and I go home and read the books.
You're so lucky, because people don't even know what they want to do. They're like 25, 30 years old, and they're like, I still don't know what to do with my life.
And I used to wonder, like, what's wrong with you? Of course, everyone knows. And then when I got to college, and I realized, no, most people don't know what they want to do.
True.
And I knew what I wanted to do since I was 9. Most people don't. And it took years for me to sort of wrap my head around that. And then I realized, better to take time and then end up doing what you know you really love than to do things that because your parents expect it. Oh, but my parents tried to be a doctor, they couldn't, but they now want me to be a doctor. Well, they are doctors, medical doctors. Now they want me to follow in their footsteps.
Right.
Okay. I can't tell you how many people have asked me, are your kids following in your footsteps? No. Okay. They're doing their own thing.
Exactly.
Never discount things I learned, no matter how remote they might have seemed to whatever was my first love of a topic, because it can come up at another time and another place. You could end up even making a connection that no one knew to make before. Because what is genius, really, if not seeing what everyone else sees, but thinking what no one else has thought?
Yes.
You can't make a connection if there's not a thing there to connect to,
right,
in your thoughts. So that's how I view the world. So I don't think of myself as smart. I think of myself as motivated, and with an energy to learn and a curiosity that never went away after childhood. Because we all were curious children. Everyone, that's what it is to be a child.
Yeah. Right?
Turn over rocks, you know, what's behind a tree, what's under the leaf, and you're always asking questions, and this is what kids do.
Yeah.
And so I've told people that if that kid curiosity never goes away and you become a grown-up kid, that's a scientist.
I asked a lot of people what they wanted to see more of on my channel, as I always do, and a lot of people tell me they just want to see me, and I appreciate that. Don't get me wrong, but I be feeling like certain stuff like that is so vague because I'm not a very like on the surface person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll ask people to drop questions and they'll just say something like clothes, food, And I'd be like, what about clothes? What about food? Because like I like to pick my brain while I'm picking y'all's, or while y'all are picking my brain. I don't know if that makes sense, because I said I like to pick my brain while y'all are picking my brain. Like, all in all, I like to learn. And yeah, so since y'all do want to see me more, like one of my coworkers literally was like, bitch, I just want you to vlog. Like, she said, I enjoy when you're on your story, on my Instagram story, just running my mouth, just talking. So all right, we're gonna get this thing on the road. I don't want to just talk. I don't want to just run my mouth. So yeah, I'm gonna get this haul out the way. I'm gonna show y'all what clothes I got, and then all right, y'all. So I made up my mind for the day. Not even for the day, but like I'm gonna go to Goodwill, the one with the bins, because I usually go to the ones with the rack by me, but I haven't been to the one in the bins in a while, and those are like my stomping grounds. Because if you know, you know, like when I used to thrift for real, back then I would mainly go to the bins, and then I would complain about the bins and go to the racks, but like beggars can't be choosy. So with that being said, I'm gonna go to the bins and try to find some stuff, and might just show y'all what I find as I'm in there, if I do try some stuff on in there as well. And then I'm gonna also show y'all the stuff that I got from Shein the other day. And yeah, ugly. So I'm back. I was so embarrassed because I get to the front to buy my stuff, and I forgot that it's by the pound, it's not by the price on the tags. That's also what was messing me up. But anyway, I grabbed 4 items. Okay, and before I even took them out, the lady was like, that's all you got? Yes, it is. Are we still gonna, like, you know what I'm saying? In my head, I'm like, is it okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because she was making a joke basically about how she was gonna have to make me go back. I'm gonna show y'all what I got. I'm gonna wash the items before I try them on. I got this, okay? Let me come a little closer so y'all can see the quality of this bag. I know it may look like aluminum foil, but I say this is fashion. You see the color? Okay, metallic, you know. I feel like that meme of that boy with the purse. Is it a boy or a girl? Y'all should know what meme I'm talking about. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna put it up there. Anywho, yeah, y'all see the bag. One thing about me, I get pieces because I think about how I can put them together. I used to be the person to try to find outfits and stuff like that, but like I'm just gonna have outfits galore that I do not wear, and that's not gonna do me any good. So we have a sweater. I was thinking, since this is like a large, first of all, do y'all see the has straps. Don't know if you can really see. Don't know. All in all, I think this is cute, and I also think, like, I love oversized clothing, okay? That's what I was gonna say. I like to wear baggy stuff to hang off my body. I was thinking to have this and like have it kind of off the sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Off the shoulder, if you will. Like, I'm not gonna put it on because it's not washed yet. But like, you know, the girls know. The girls know, okay? Next, I'm trying to get into more colorful stuff. This is not colorful. I know it's not like a red or green, nothing like that. But if you know me, I'm always wearing black. Not even if you know me. If you follow me on my social media accounts, you see. Y'all see. Anywho, found these cute bottoms. See, I already know it's gonna fit. You see the waist? Anywho, it is from Chico's. If you know the brand, you know. I do not know it. Hopefully I can see the material. The, you know. Yeah. I don't know, I just got really excited because, like, yeah, I'm gonna put something together with those one day. And then I just got some pajama pants. If y'all know me, I'm always saying if y'all know me, I know, and a lot of y'all don't know me. But you know, get to know me today, okay? We have some pajama pants. I love loungewear. That's what I was getting at. Okay, I'm gonna wash everything, and then I'm gonna try everything on when it's out the washer, so y'all can see how it fits on me. And then show y'all the Shein before y'all beat me up. Shein clothes. Yeah, we're gonna get this video thing rolling.
In my days are cold without you, but I'm hurting while I'm with you. I know my heart can't take no more. I keep on running back to you.
Yeah, I've been going hard, think I need some rest. Yeah, live on rented time, so I make shit the best. I ain't cuffing on no bitch, don't serve, I don't protect. Oh, you wanna cut shit off the head with your chest? I done been through so much shit, but still know that I'm blessed. I don't have regrets, I did more with less. If you don't think I'm gon' win, go ahead, place your bet. Yeah, it's just me and my twin, we right here in the flesh. They gon' give out what they get, I can't go for shit. Came long way from dimes and nicks. Don't do no FaceTime with no bitch, she won't treat me like no trick. You niggas fried, they serve with grits. Yeah, word out on the street, you doing shit I don't condone. I been getting cheese, cheddar, bitch, that's provolone. I got one request, bitch, you better not do me wrong. All I see is green when I get up in my zone. I done been through so much shit, but still know that I'm blessed. I don't have regrets, I did more with less. If you don't think I'm gon' win, go ahead, place your bet. Yeah, it's just me and my twin, we right here in the flesh.
Bang.
I done came down, hold up. Lay your head on my pillow.
Hey y'all, it's Sunday. I ain't do too much today, but even if I did, like, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't thinking to record because it was like a get up and just go type of day. But I wanted to make sure that I got to this Q&A. Okay, we're gonna have fun because y'all asked me some I got some good questions. I got some questions pertaining to myself, of course. I got some questions pertaining to just people. I got questions regarding college. I got questions regarding the election. So yeah, let's get it started. Before we get it started, subscribe if you have not already. Curly D TV, thanks for watching if you are watching. Yeah. My name is Dee, if you don't know. D Stacks, as people call me. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank y'all for welcoming me into y'all spaces. You know, y'all watchers especially. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for just trusting me and wanting to sit and listen to me. I'm sorry. I'm about to set the ambiance. I be getting so excited when I can do small stuff like this. Y'all bear with me. But I'm about to light my incense. That's another thing I've been meaning to talk to y'all about. Like, I'm trying to get into my spiritual bag. I've always been a spiritual girly. Like, I was brought up in a church and stuff. And I don't say, oh, I'm spiritual, so I don't believe in God. But I just wanted to break that down, you know, because I don't. This be my problem. I feel like I got to explain myself to people. So, like, if y'all feel like I'm just talking and yammering for no reason, just ignore it. Just ignore it. I'm going to get into my spiritual bag. And it's not just about incense and the crystals and stuff like that. It's definitely with you being with yourself and you unlearning and learning a lot of things within, because you can't buy all of this materialistic stuff and heal just with some incense and crystals and, you know, spells and stuff like that. Like, nah, baby. You gotta apply the nutrition that you feed your brain with to actually get somewhere with it. Why am I taking out another one? I'm already like talking and thinking. I was saying I've been meaning to tell y'all because I got a reading and stuff a while ago too. I said that in the beginning of the video, but I'm gonna talk more in depth about that once I become a little bit more acquainted, because my experience was dope, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to start talking about stuff and then, you know, the people who are really into it, I'm explaining myself again, because I ain't got to be the smartest cookie about my spirituality. At the end of the day, we're here to learn. Life is our teacher, and I am the student right now. So I'm here to, you know, give y'all my experience as I'm going through it. And it was a great experience so far with the reading. And tapping into, you know, stones and stuff for the qualities and the powers. Because, you know, we have power qualities within ourselves as human beings. And these things are like the icing on the cake, if you will. Helps enable our abilities. So, yeah. So we're gonna put on some jazz. I still gotta get my TV mounted, y'all. Hey guys. I don't know, none of the music that set the tone that I feel like I could just, like, I love. Sorry y'all, I ran out of space. Camera just stopped on me. But what was I talking about? Probably nothing. I got a coloring book. Let me show you the coloring book, because the coloring book is so cute, but I just don't want to color right now. Only because I feel like I'm going to get really distracted. And you might think a word search might distract you, but I feel like that will pick my brain or whatever more than a coloring book. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like this coloring book is so cute. I miss being a kid. That just reminded me though, like, I had to tap back in. So I used to nurture my soul for real, like the kid in me, because I randomly have the urge to, like, you know, tap in and stuff like that, randomly watch kid movies and stuff. All right, what are your comfort foods and how did they become your comfort foods? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a foodie, okay? I could eat like whatever just makes me feel great, snack wise or whatever. PB&J's, love PB&J's. My grandma used to make peanut butter and honey sandwiches for my not grandcousins, I'm tripping. I'm talking to her perspective. My grandmother used to make peanut butter and honey sandwiches for my cousins and I and my sister, and used to tear them babies up. We used to either have them like after church or before church, or if you want to just have snacks or a PB&J. I also love comfort foods. I love me some pasta. I love pasta. I feel like most of the foods that I love is because of how I was brought up. My family, you know, the women in my family cook extravagance, okay? They all put their feet, you know, if you will, in their food. I ran out of storage. All in all, we were raised on good food, you know what I'm saying? Taught how to cook. When we could eat at great restaurants, we would. Not even just great restaurants, but we were brought up on eating great, you know what I'm saying, overall. Whether it was learning restaurants, learning foods that we haven't eaten before, you know, trying new foods and stuff. I literally tried sushi for the first time in Atlanta because we went to this one specific sushi restaurant downtown. I really wish I knew the name. I really wish I knew the name. I was put onto the California roll, and that's when I just knew sushi is for me. Pasta, love ice cream. That's a snack, not really food, if you will, but like, yeah, I love pasta. Seafood, comfort food, seafood. Yeah, I hope that answered that question. I really hope that answered that question. What colors have you dyed your hair? What places do you want? Let me answer one question at a time. What colors have you dyed your hair? I have dyed my hair red, of course. I've dyed it red before. I've had my hair a ginger color before, which was on an accident, which is very like hilarious every time I say it. But, this wasn't dye, but I've used a color wax before. purple. But the color I've ever really dyed my hair to outside of red is a brown color. I tried to get like a maroon. What places do you want to have you vacation to? I want to go to Jamaica. I've always said that. I need to get my passport. Child, I want to go everywhere. Let me just say that. I don't have a passport. Even if I had a passport, like, I just haven't been living my life, and I need to. I've been in South Carolina, North Carolina. I've been to New York before. I've been to Alabama. Been to Jacksonville, Florida. Been to Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta. Your girl needs to go on trips, like outside of Florida, outside of Georgia, outside of the country. Next question. What are your sun, moon, and rising signs? I love this question. Y'all want to know? I already know what it is, but I'm pulling up the app so I can read the descriptions they give. Sag, Leo. I'm a Sag through and through, baby. It's not on me, it's in me, beloved. Let me read my chart. It's so funny though, because I also know of a Leo, so I also kind of can sense what it gives. But all in all, my rising is a Leo, my sun and my moon, Sag. So sun is Sagittarius. The sun determines your ego, identity, and role in life. It's the core of who you are, and is the sign you're most likely to already know. Your sun is in Sagittarius, meaning you are fundamentally curious, restless, and independent. Yes. You have strong thought through ideas about meaning and what's right or wrong. And I think that'd be pissing people off, but sorry. Interested in pushing the boundaries of the existent. You live to be free and to learn. And I was talking about this at the beginning of my video. Every time I tap back into certain stuff about myself, it kind of puts me back into place and puts me back centered about who I am. It's like reminders, if you will. Child. Moon. The moon rules your emotions, moods, and feelings. Okay, this is likely the sign you most think of yourself as, since it reflects your personality when you're alone or deeply comfortable. Your moon is in Sagittarius, meaning your emotional self is restless, self-questioning, optimistic, and independent. You may hide your sensitivities behind an interest and finding new ways to feel. That exactly. And then my ascendant, my rising. Your ascendant is the mask you present to people. It can be seen in your personal style and how you come off to people when you first meet. Some say it becomes less relevant as you get older. It changes every 2 hours, so if it doesn't make sense, reconfirm your birth time to be sure. Mine is in Leo, meaning I come across as bright, good-natured, and magnetic. I've been told that too, like no bullshit. Your energy makes you seem either like a know-it-all, and I hate it. Because I know I'm not a fucking know-it-all. I don't care to be a know-it-all. I've always said it's a lot that I get to learn. Okay? I don't care to try to be the loudest in the room. It's stupid. You know? Not stupid, but, you know, I don't like that. Or a live wire, but always the center of attention. I was saying I know of a Leo because all of the Leos that I know like to be a center of attention. And ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Hell, aren't y'all like lions or something like that? So, goes hand in hand. Do you read books? If so, what kind? Yes, I read books. I need to get back into it. I've always said that I miss being the bookworm that I used to be. Whenever it would be time to eat lunch in high school and stuff, if I was done eating, I would go to the library, get some books so I can read them at home, or I'll read them on the way to school, read them on the way, like I said, home. But read them on the way home, on the bus, you know. I love crime books. I love crime movies and stuff like that. But I love crime books. I love like informative books as well, whether it's like spiritually in regards to our health, in regards to teaching me about the world around me, my people, you know, as black folks. Just learning the world around me. Like, I love books of any kind, if I'm being quite honest. There's never really been a book that I've said I just don't like. I do need to venture out and expand, you know, my knowledge of books, if that makes any sense. Like the genre, of course. Nonfiction, fiction, love those. Love both. Like I said, I love thriller, rom-coms. Like I love romance books, but I also love like funny books, of course. I used to read the not Ghostbusters, the Halloween, was it Ghostbusters? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? It wasn't Ghostbusters. It wasn't Ghostbusters. Do y'all remember those books that used to have like scary creatures, and then it would have like slime as the effect on like the title of the books? It wasn't Ghostbusters, but it was like alien type of sci-fi type of genre of books. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but I'm having a brain fart. I'm about to get mad. I used to read the Blueford books, Blueford series books, Junie B. Jones books. Love that girl. Love that girl. I want to read that Whitney Houston book. Whitney Houston's Lovers book. If y'all know who I'm talking about. I ain't talking about Bobby Brown. I want to read her book. I was told that it was a beautiful, great book. I've seen it on TikTok. I can actually show y'all some books, actually. I'm gonna have to put a pause on this because I'm gonna get back into it, but the questions that I'm reading now, I've realized I have to actually like think. And some of the books I have were given to me. Great read. If you need to get into some self-healing for yourself or for others, great read. It's very, very helpful. What the heck? The Body and Balance. I started reading it. I didn't finish, but it was talking about breath work practices. It was literally talking about practices that, because I don't want to say it wrong. Basically, the Chinese way of healing yourself. Like no BS. I'm not saying that I found this at 5 Below, by the way. I'm gonna get back into it because as I'm like going through, I'm like, yeah, I didn't really read it yet. The 3 questions. Same author. My camera's about to die. And then I have another book, Set Boundaries, Find Peace. I have more books I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. My camera's trying to die, so what are some things that you like to do? As y'all see, I like to, you know what I'm saying? I just show that real quick. I like to do that and things. What else do I like to do? I like to cook. I don't know, cleaning. Cleaning is therapeutic. I'm not saying I don't know, like I don't know what I like to do, but I'm saying I don't know because cleaning, that might weird people out, but cleaning is very therapeutic for me. I like to sing. I like to eat. I like to draw. I haven't drawn anything in so long. Like, here's a funny story. My little sister told me that when I was little, I used to draw, like, you know how we used to draw stick figures and stuff? I used to actually draw out, like, people, and I would draw clothes on them and stuff, you know, like, and it got to a point where sometimes I would name them. So, say I'm, like, drawing models, or just men or women or whatever, I want to put names to faces or whatever. I'm gonna, you know, mom, sis, whoever. My sister told me that whenever I used to get mad at her, like, I would draw them, and then I would let her see or whatever, or she would see on her own, and I would purposely, like, cross her or like, say I was mad at my mom, or say I was, like, mad at somebody at school. Like, all in all, she would tell me that I would scratch them out, or I just wouldn't draw them, or I would tell her, like, yeah, I didn't draw you, because, but yeah. A lot of things, actually. I'm only thinking, because there's so much things I haven't done in so long. I'm hoping it's still here. I like to ice skate. I love skating overall, but ice skating, because it was so different. It was in Atlanta when I did it. I went with my cousins and my aunt and my mama. Every time I think of things I like to do that I used to do, I think of Atlanta and I get so sad. And not because I'm just so confined to things to where I'm limited, but like, I need to get out more. I miss my stomping grounds. What else do I like to do? I like to interact with the people that I care about. I'm the friend, if we can just sit around each other, I don't mind. If we can just sit in silence, I don't mind. Hell, just to be around the people that I care about and love makes me feel great, makes me feel whole. I like to shop. I'm just a girl. I like to play games. card games, digital games. I need to get back into playing games on the computer. I used to love Sims, still love Sims to this day, but I think my Sims died, if I'm being quite honest. I have not interacted with my Sims in like months. The left side of my Mac is kind of messed up, so you know how that go. Like the screen, the LED display. Used to love the Cooking Mama games and stuff. I like to do a lot of things. I like to go on walks outside. Like, I love nature. I like to sit in nature. I like to journal. I like to listen to podcasts, whether they're informative or just funny, crime stuff, or if I'm listening to audiobooks. I like listening to audiobooks. I've realized that, because for a while I used to be like, no, I don't like audiobooks. Like, but when I'm at work and I'm working, like actually doing something hands-on, and I need some music or something, I'm immediately going on YouTube and looking at stuff. It's either of audiobooks, or I'm looking at crime stuff, or I'm looking at movies on YouTube, or I'm listening to podcasts, or looking at music videos, or looking at self-healing videos, you know. Yeah, I already answered that one. Next question: what made you want to step into designing? Thank you, Stan the man. That's not his name, but thank you, Stan. He asked me these questions. What made you want to step into designing? Graphic designing. I'm a graphic designer, guys. I talk about it here and there. I don't know how often I talk about it on my YouTube, so I'm going to try to do that as often as possible. I used to edit as a kid because I was always a computer tech, you know what I'm saying? Not computer tech, but I used to stay on the computer. Whether I was burning CDs, I was always into digital stuff. PixArt was my best friend when I was a kid, because I used to use that to edit my own pictures. Like, whenever I would take pictures of myself, or have pictures of myself taken, I would edit them on PixArt with the little cute effects. Yeah, I remember the light effects, like the light stroke effects, if I'm saying it right. Like, you know, the colors that used to go across our pages, our pictures when we were kids. If y'all used to use PixArt or just edit your pictures like that in middle high school, you probably know what I'm talking about, the effect that I'm talking about. So yeah, when I got to college, if I'm being honest, when I got to college, like, I need to make some money. So when I realized, like, I used to edit pictures back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to put collages together. People used to ask me to make collages of them because they would see my lock screen or my wallpaper if I would have a picture set as that. So then when I realized people were liking that, I said, oh yeah, I'm gonna make this a business. When there's a will, there's a way. Okay. And I started, you know, I literally started charging people $5. Then it went up to 10. Now it's 20 for collages. By the way, if you want to follow my graphics page, it's Creates DVT. You know, gotta add that little, you know, so y'all know where the name came from. You know, because I create creativity. I put my name in there. It was initially Create DVT, so if y'all are still following that page, please unfollow. I cannot get into that page. I cannot log in. Okay? I can't. So y'all are literally just, I mean, you can use the page if you need to look at others, you know, edits and stuff, but you can't contact me. I can't respond. But that's what, you know, encouraged me to edit, to start designing for real. I was always into it, and then when I realized I can really do stuff with it, with what I know, I taught myself a little bit more. I'm still trying to learn Adobe for real, so I can teach myself more than what I already know. I'm trying to get into like 3D stuff, 3D type of art, animations. I want to learn how to create not designs. I want to learn how to design websites and stuff like that. I make YouTube videos, if not YouTube videos, but I make YouTube intro videos. I make flyers for events and stuff. I make, you know, cards if you need birthday cards and stuff like that. Flyers, I already said flyers, but I make digital graphics, you know, for whatever you may need them for. What helps you stay motivated to create. The smiles that I get from the people when I make the stuff for y'all, if that makes any sense, like the result. Even if I can't make people happy, like, it feels good to be able to make something for somebody else, you know. Literally, when I start, I'm like, this is gonna look good to somebody, or this looks good to myself. I created that. I was able to make that, and then I just, you know, continue to do it because it's like a piece of candy, you know. Tastes good, feels good, you know what I'm saying? it feels good to do. So hopefully that answered the question, honestly. If you could have only one art related skill, what would it be? If I could only have one, I want to be able to make stuff out of clay. I don't know the exact word of the artist who mainly dive into clay to make stuff, because I used to make stuff, you know, I don't know if y'all used to do it in like middle of high school, but I made a clay bowl for my mom before. I think she used it for like an ashtray. If it wasn't an ashtray, it was in the kitchen. Like, it was a little bowl. It was like a little shallow bowl. It was cute, and it was like an brownish color, if I'm not mistaken. I was thinking about another bowl. But yeah, I want to do that. Because I was about to say I want to paint. I want to be a painter. But I want to use clay and stuff like that, because I can make damn near anything I want. Dishes. You know, I can make furniture. You know. Probably not anything that would stay, because it's clay. Well, my answer still stands. I still stay with what I just said. Okay. Here go the good questions. The election.
Hey, you know, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden.
I just want us to have a better government structure. And I want the people that are in these positions to run the world to act like they're in these positions to run the world, and to do it with their heart and their actual minds. Boundaries. Boundaries are needed, and this also goes hand in hand in another question. So I'm going to ask the other question as well. Self-awareness and how important it is with relationships. So when you're self-aware, not only are you becoming aware with things within yourself, you're becoming aware with who you are not, why you're not that, who did you think you were, why, you know what I'm saying? You're literally self-aware. And when you're self-aware, it helps because it helps you venture out in the world. You know what I'm saying? You realize who you are with the people around you, but you also just realize of the person that you could be to this world. And of course you want to live for yourself, but you know, it's very important to be self-aware though, because the last you want to do is live like you just know of so much and you know of everything, and become blind to so much, and you're not allowing yourself to live. You know what I'm saying? You're not allowing yourself to be with people. You're not allowing yourself to just show up in the world that we were brought into. You're robbing yourself of a lot of opportunities. You're robbing yourself of life itself. And it's a learning process. By all means, you don't just, I'm not even coloring, but you don't just become self-aware overnight. Let me just say that as well. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. And it's all about your practice as well. You can push to become self-aware by taking time to yourself as often as you can. To just sit with yourself. Identify your moods with things and with people, with yourself. Why you act the way you do with your emotions and your thoughts. How it goes into your mood and how it goes into your demeanor with people and yourself and the world. It's very important with relationships, because you want to have a union with the people that you are acquainted with. You don't want to be of an enemy, and you don't want to be of an enemy to yourself. I've always said that a lot of things happen with relationships and friendships in a bad way, or, you know, sad way, if you will, because a lot of people are not aware of a lot of stuff, whether that has to do with things that they're doing to themselves or to the people around them. Life is our teacher. And when you're self-aware, you also become in tune with life. You become in tune with the world around you. You realize why things are going the way they are. Sometimes you might not know why things go the way they are. But when you're self-aware, you also have a moment to sit with yourself and, you know, take the time to identify how you want to move into this world that is inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Where things are literally going up and down all the time. Like, and it's very important in relationships, again, because I feel like nowadays it's very rare that we are in union, you know what I'm saying, as one with each other. I feel like we're mostly in competition all the time, and the crabs in a barrel mentality, if you will. It's always more of like a competition with one, or like a transactional type of relationship or friendship often, rather than like a genuine, considerate, caring relationship where we're trying to build each other up and help each other go through this life thing that we're all living for the first time. and, you know, love each other and make each other feel good in this experience. And I'm not saying that's always the case. It's not that we're never just being able to be kind and love one another. I'm just saying I wish it was of a more consistent thing, if you will. But like I said, it takes practice. And you can become self-aware with yourself however you choose to. There's no rule in the book. You know, there's no book on how to live life either. And I'm not saying anything as though I'm perfect. So let me just clear that up. I'm just speaking from experience. And the more I become self-aware with myself, you know, it helps me with life. It guides me a lot. God actually guides me as well. But, you know, hopefully that made sense. And so when it comes to boundaries, you also realize what you like and what you don't like. Again, in self-awareness. And you got to set boundaries with things and people around you sometimes. Because if you sit in stuff and you allow a lot of things to happen, it can literally, like, alter your world if you let it. And not even if you let it, like, you shouldn't do that. But, like, you know, a lot of things can just bring us down and make us forget who we are and what we are here for. And sometimes you got to ground yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get back centered with yourself the best you can. And when it comes to boundaries, you have to do it. Because a lot of people can make you forget who you are. A lot of experiences with people can make you forget who you are. A lot of things that you may be familiar with can make you forget who you are and what you're deserving of and what you need to be into and what you don't need to be into. What makes you feel good, sometimes it might get blinded because you haven't set boundaries, because you're so familiar with other things that you think make you feel good and that you think are for you, when in reality you're just well acquainted with it, you know. And once you kind of set boundaries, things start to shift for you. It's literally all putting you back into becoming centered with yourself. That's literally one of the ways to become self-aware. You know what I'm saying? You got to set boundaries. And there's ways to set boundaries healthily. You don't have to set boundaries being an asshole. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to just go out in the world and just be rude and cruel to everybody because you want things to go a certain way for yourself. Like, there's ways to go about it. You know. What keeps you motivated no matter what? If I'm being quite honest, my family. I literally always think, what would happen if I wasn't here? God forbid. But, like, I gotta keep moving with my life despite what goes on in my life, and not to disregard what goes on, but I have to persevere and maneuver through it all because it's all here for a reason, good or bad. And I'm here for a reason because, you know, I was a premature baby. You know what I'm saying? My mother and I, thank you God, by the way, my mother and I, you know, I passed, you know, when she was giving birth. Very blessed, highly favored, very grateful to say that we're both alive to this day. I often just think about what I'm here for. Of course, I'm here to learn and to let life be that teacher for me. But I know for a fact that I'm also here to teach as I'm learning. I'm also here to nurture, help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always read up on how I'm a big leader, how I'm of a big light, and how I'm here to heal. My grandmother has been saying that since I was a kid. A lot of people around me have said that I have great capabilities, not capabilities, but I have great qualities on myself in regards to how I draw people in. Not because I'm just out and just pulling people in, but literally because of my aura. Like, I'm a very sweet person. Outside of being sweet, I'm just very, like, considerate and mindful of any and everything around me. So imagine how I am with people. But if that makes any sense at all, that mainly motivates me to continue doing what I'm doing, because I like to make people around me feel good. It makes me feel good. I read a YouTube video, I watched a YouTube video a while ago, and a lady literally expressed what I talk about all the time. How, of course, I always feel like us as humans are meant to be as one. You know, have a community, love each other, teach each other, help each other, be there for each other, consider each other, you know what I'm saying? Nurture each other, the best of our abilities as well, because life can be hard and can make us very, you know, disattached from that. But when we can, it's great to do whatever we can to make it just feel opposite, to make life feel worth living, if you will. And I feel like I can do a good job of that when I'm here for myself as well. So it goes hand in hand. As much as everyone kind of motivates me to continue moving, I gotta motivate myself, and it is motivating, you know what I'm saying, to be able to be alive and to also help others in the midst of me living my life. If that makes any sense. If I didn't make any sense, please let me know. But yeah, my motivation is my village and the will to live within itself. the ability, you know what I'm saying, the free will, you know what I'm saying, the ability and the free will to literally just wake up every day and to do what I want to do because I have the power. A beautiful and great thing. And I want to rob myself of that. Most of this stuff, all of this stuff is bigger than me, and as much as I am big and I'm here to take up space and everything as well, I want to make sure that as I'm taking up spaces and being here and taking up space in my own space, if that makes any sense, I want to make sure that I'm dropping good seeds within myself and in every space and environment that I touch, verbally, physically, you know. I really hope that made sense. But when I say that making others happy makes me feel happy, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And yeah. Who is my biggest inspiration? I kind of answered this on one of my other questions, I believe, and like what motivates me. My biggest, well, not really. My biggest inspiration. I hope this doesn't sound self-centered. But I was sitting here trying to think of a perfect answer because a lot of people say their mothers, their fathers, their family, and by all means, my people inspired me, for sure. Friends and family, lovers, everybody that I meet, because I'm always taught things, and that inspires me. But I am my biggest inspiration, if I'm being quite honest, because I inspire myself every day with who I am and who I realize that I am every day, who I'm becoming. Like who to witness who I'm becoming is an inspiration, because there is a new book to it every day, if you will. Every moment that I'm able to wake up and conquer the day is an inspiration in itself. Like I said again, to have the free will to live is a beautiful thing. I really hope that answered that question. Seriously. Hair videos. I do want to get into hair videos. I'm going to get into that more. Like actually doing tutorials on styles, hairstyles, on my natural hair. And I want to get into wigs and stuff too. Like, but I have to become one of them girls to wear them. Like, I have to become a wig girly for real. The maintenance, child. But you know, to live is to learn. Showing people you making edits or behind the scenes. I've always said that I don't mind that, but I've also always said that I didn't want to get into it to where I might not be able to teach people for real because of how I do things and how people are accustomed to doing things. But I've also always told myself that I'm in this life learning things as I go, so I'm sure other people will want to learn as well. Everyone's not aware of a lot of stuff. Who knows what I could be teaching the next person as I'm teaching it myself. So I want to get into that. I'm going to slowly but surely get into that. I just got to figure out how to do it without being in my head, you know. I can do it, though. This is me telling myself. So thank you for that question. A childhood aspiration that is still a goal. If I'm being honest, the little kid in me always wants to make people happy. One of my biggest goals. But I don't want to make that my whole persona. Because if I'm worried so much about making everybody happy, who's going to make me happy? I got to direct that into me as well. So outside of that, I've always wanted to model. I modeled as a kid here and there. Like my mama had, my mama and my aunt had my cousin and I, we were doing like heel classes. You know, like learning how to walk in heels, and we had to take portfolio shots and stuff. So we're modeling here and there. And I realized I like being in front of the camera when I'm not nervous and stuff. To this day, like, it feels good, but I still get nervous. I haven't put myself out there to actually get into modeling. But, you know, supporting people on photo shoots and stuff is enough modeling for me. Hell, like, you know, not even just photo shoots, but, you know, supporting people overall and then needing me in the shots and stuff. I'm there. One of my biggest aspirations. That was one of them. That is still a goal. But not really of like a, you know, but hopefully that answered. College experience. That's one for the books. Not in a bad way either. It's just very interesting. My friends and I were a very adventurous crew. That we ain't got food often, you know, on our little high trips. Even if we weren't high, we were just sitting around wanting to enjoy each other's company. We would get hungry. So most of our time we'd be going out to eat, going out to these parties here and there, sitting around each other doing homework, sitting in one of our homeboys' rooms just watching cartoons or watching them play the video games just because we wanted to just be around each other. So that was a great part of a college experience, meeting people, making friends. I thought I wanted to be in certain orgs, but then as I went through my HBCU experience, like, I feel like most of it was of a popularity contest, if I'm being honest. And I wasn't into that. I was not into that, so I wasn't wanting to join stuff because I was like, I don't feel like it's really genuine. Like, I was thinking about track, but even with track in high school, like, I didn't join the track team because I was worried that I was going to be a fast runner in comparison to everybody else. Because I felt like everybody was so well accustomed to track, you know what I'm saying? That everybody was so well accustomed to running track and stuff that I just felt like me being a learner, I might slow them down or something. Like, it just be stuff like that I think about. But like I said, I gotta remember I'm a learning student too. It's all of this life stuff. So I shouldn't have thought like that. But, you know, that hindered me from joining a lot of stuff in college. Me thinking about the popularity contest with people and not really thinking it would be of genuine bonds with a lot of the things I wanted to join. Like, I was asked to join some modeling orgs. It was a lot of mess going on with modeling orgs back then, though. So it was just like, I didn't want to be in nothing that was of discomforts. Like, oh no, it was interesting. What I will say is, for the people who are going to college, make sure that you're doing it for you. Because I'm not in it right now because I was doing it for, like, a good reason and a bad reason. I was doing it for myself, but I was mainly also doing it for what I thought was for myself. I was mainly doing it because of what I thought others would want me to, because of the expectations and the standards that was put on me. And I'm not saying I didn't. I want to go to college. But what I'm saying is the path that I went in, I could have chose a different one. You know, I was mainly going in wanting to do it because it was of a society standard. Like, you got to go to college. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to college and make a living for yourself. First and foremost, when I graduated, it wasn't a choice to not go. Let me just say that. But now that I'm older, a little bit older, you know, I things could have went differently. I could have done things differently. But if I had an opportunity to do it all over again, I would. I just had to take a step back because I had to recenter myself, you know what I'm saying, and realize that I need to do this for me and do what I want to do for me and not because of anybody else. And most of what I was doing in college was not for me, and it was very overwhelming and overstimulating, and it showed in my grades. The major that I was in, I was a business major. And this is not me telling people not to go into business, but I was in business feeling like I am not well acquainted with business. Okay? Wasn't even informed of how it is being a business major before I even got into it. So imagine I'm learning as I'm going, but at the same time it felt very fast paced. It didn't really feel it was like of a learning type of process, if you will, because of some of the professors. And you know, I'm not going to speak on all the professors, like all of them were bad, but if you went to fam, if y'all have watched people who go to fam talk about their stuff, y'all probably already about to hear most of what I'm finna talk about. Like, most of the professors were there for the cheese, you know what I'm saying, for this and that, really weren't there to teach people, nor had the patience to. So eventually I just gave up because I just felt like I was forcing myself to learn where I wasn't even being taught to learn. You know, I stopped caring. And it wasn't just with school, you know what I'm saying? Like, because of school I'm at. Personal things were going on too, so imagine. I was getting very overwhelmed, and I'm just like, you know, this is not for me. You know? And I didn't want to continue in a major where I felt like I was going to fail, considering I was already failing. So, you know, I took a break, took a halt. And I was getting myself together. But even though it was short-lived, it was an interesting experience for the least, you know, to say the least. Your experience with men in college.
Do not believe in love.
Baby! Men are interesting beings. Men are interesting beings. And I can say that because I've said this to the men as well. So it ain't like I'm shitting on them either. Like, as much as they were interesting and like y'all are interesting, like, they're also interesting and like, y'all are interesting. You know? Hopefully y'all knew what I meant when I said that. I've always said the men in my life set tones for the men in my life romantically wise. Like my uncles, my cousins, my grandparents when they were alive. Bless their hearts, bless their spirits. And what I mean by that is my male friends too, like, they've put a lot of things into perspective about what I should allow and tolerate with the other men in my life and what I shouldn't, respectfully. And the dude that I was in a relationship with, you know, he did the same. You know, I wasn't even really a dater in high school. I had one boyfriend. When I got into college, I was still trying to figure out what I really wanted in regards to relationships, or what relationships were to me. You know what I'm saying? So with this first boyfriend in college, like, all in all, he took me on a seafood date. Like, I love seafood. I want to do that again, though, only because, like, seafood on your breath. I was prepared. You know what I'm saying? I had my stuff on juice, mints, gum, whatever. But yeah, it was a cute date. We knew of each other because, you know, just being well acquainted with each other because of college. And he wanted to get to know me. I was single, so I was like, sure. And I love seafood. It was very executed, like well executed. Sat outside. We were at Cascade Park. It was good. Like, it was a good moment. I mean, we were eating good, enjoying each other's company. It was cute. So, like, with that being said, after that, I was just realizing, like, okay, like, these men are cute. You know what I'm saying? College life is fun. I want to have fun. This was after I lost my virginity, by the way, before I get into what I'm finna say. But I didn't want to have fun like that. Like, I didn't want to be out just living a college experience, having sex all the time and all of that. Like, I wanted to actually get into dating. I was the girl that wasn't like a hopeless romantic. Like, I'm gonna get in a relationship. Like, I'm gonna find somebody and get married after college. But I was hopeful that I would find somebody in college and just have one of them cute moments, you know. With me getting to know certain men and liking certain men and liking who they are, and also realizing who they are and everything, and just going through those experiences with them, like them experiencing me, like, you just learn what you won't tolerate and what you will. And like I said, I've only been in one relationship. I've met some great men. I hope that some men can say I was of a great experience too. If they say opposite, I mean, that's okay too. You live and you learn. You know what I'm saying? I could have made something sad or just uncomfortable for people, and vice versa. So I would never just talk like all the men in my life were shitty or nothing like that. But what I will say is, like, I do feel like in college, you're growing up, so you want to be free, and you want to do a lot of stuff that you probably didn't do before, or you want to live up to a lot of stuff that you heard of that has been done before in college. And when it comes to men, most of them, yes, are going to school for the good reasons, you know, to get a degree and stuff like that. And on the other hand, they want to be free, like I just said, and most of it involves sex, you know. And y'all know what I'm finna say. It felt like the dating pool was shit for a while, because it's like everybody just want to hunch, everybody just want to have sex, everybody just want to kiss and hunch, and don't nobody want to really, you know. And I met some good men out there, some men who told me, like, to this day they just weren't ready. And not even just in regards to just with me, like overall in college, they just weren't ready with a lot of stuff. They weren't seeking to try to be ready with a lot of stuff because of where their heads were at, and just because of their own experiences with women and just other personal experiences. It just, all of us had our own experiences, and I feel like a lot of stuff went into turmoil when it didn't have to. Like, but I can honestly say I'm grateful for the experiences. Like, I don't know, it varies. Like, it's some men that I would be like, that I used to say, like, damn, I wish I never met them. Damn, I wish I never chilled with him. You know what I'm saying? It's times where I'm like, damn, I wish I ain't really hold a conversation with this man and just let him get to know me. And then it's on the other hand, I'm like, damn, he really taught me a lot. He was a really cool dude. I'm glad we could still be friends, you know what I'm saying? Or to this day, like, he's a good man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it varies. And I'm not gonna just drop names and, you know, nothing like that. But met some interesting men. Okay. You know, I used to have my days where I would wish karma. Not even wish karma, like, I wish that would happen to you. But, like, I would be on some, you gonna get yours. You gonna get yours, because you gonna play with me. Friend-wise or lover-wise, you gonna play with me.
Not on my watch.
We brought y'all into this world, and I ain't saying this to be on no superior, nothing. But as much as men talk about how they feel like we need our daddies in our life and stuff like that to learn respect and to learn how to move with men, I feel like the men need it just as much as we do. Mother figure and father figure. And for us women too, but since we're talking about men, yeah. And then y'all homeboys, most of y'all homeboys are yes mans, and I feel like a lot of them enabled a lot of stuff that should have been enabled. A lot of men just be blinded by a lot because of their friends, caught up in the fast life in college. You know, they just want to be the big dog, make their cheese, get a degree, you know what I'm saying, get good woman, you know. And I get it, you know what I'm saying, it's a beautiful woman, but like, your mom ain't raised you like that, your grandma ain't raised you like that, your auntie ain't raised you like that, your sister ain't raised you like that, your cousin ain't raised you like that. What's wrong with you? You know? But like I said, it's also been some good moments, some good experiences. Some men have taught me about myself, if I'm being quite honest. I would never be that woman that's like, I hate men like that. But when I will say some shit is shitty, some shit was shitty. I mean, when I do say some shit was shitty, I mean that. All in all, I'm grateful for all of them. I wish all of the men that I've encountered romantically, friendship-wise, are doing well. So serious. And if you're still out here wanting to cause turmoil, please stay that away from me. You know, that stuff was probably cool when fun freshman sophomore year, baby. It's 2024, okay? I ain't a kid no more. Like, for real. Seriously. A lot of things that I've encountered in college, not even just with men, but the people that I've encountered. Child, I could write a book. Maybe might just write a book one day, you know? Don't give me no ideas. But at the same time, like, as much as people have taught me things, I hope that I've taught people some things as well. Men, like, certain men have told me I've taught them emotional intelligence. Some men have told me that I've taught them a lot about themselves in regards to who they want to be and just how they want to be to women, and not just romantically wise, but, you know, with the woman in their lives, family, friends, because of how they want to treat me, or how they treated me, if that makes any sense. My laptop's trying to die. So let me get my charger. To answer that question about, because I asked the person who asked me this, like, what did you mean romantically wise, friendship wise? I don't remember if he responded, but I also don't want to be messy. And when I say that, it's because, as y'all can tell, I don't mind being honest, but at the same time, I'm very mindful of how honest I am. Okay? Because the last I want is to be talking about stuff and then people on my phone. Because I would hate to say I said what I said, because I mean that. But at the same time, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, you know? So I'm just going to keep it to what I said. Like, I do just wish that some men do stay away from me, simply because I feel like there's more growth and learning they have to do. And I have some growth and learning on my end to do as well. And there's just a lot of things that you don't need to really collab or mesh or mix with. As simple as that. If y'all do want me to start tell story times and stuff like that, I might. In regards to, like, I guess my love life and friendships and stuff. You know, we can probably get into that. Next question. What is it like working and trying to go to school? I'm not gonna lie. It's time consuming. But I won't even say like I'm getting a degree and working like everybody else. But I also don't want to dim my own light and disregard my own self. I am taking courses at a community college to get certified in graphic design. I also want to get into the medical field because I feel good helping people. And in regards to medically wise, like, I've always wanted to be of a helper. And in the hospital, I feel like I can kind of help with that. Whether that's me being a medical assistant, you know, an actual nurse or something, like, you know. But considering I haven't finished getting my degree, like, all 4 years, I've also been trying to figure out what I really can venture into and what I can get into learning wise. And so, like, right now, I've taken 2 courses in spring semester. I withdrew from one because it was just very overwhelming because of my work schedule. But I'm taking that course summer. I was also, so there's one more course that I got to take. So I got 2 courses to take. Oh no. It was interesting to learn things, to say the least. I'm excited for summer and what's to come with that, because I'm still going to be working. Bills got to be paid. Bills got to be paid. And working is interesting too, because I've never wanted to just sit in fast food. But the way I've been having to pick up on jobs lately, it's like either fast food or like retail jobs, hiring. I've applied elsewhere, of course, because like I said, I want to get into the medical field. So I've also been trying to venture outside of what I haven't done before, to try to get into setting up my career or my interest in a career. or in one of my careers, you know. Because like I said, I do not feel like I'm finna be that person that only has one job the rest of my life. Like, just to say, for a while I was telling myself maybe TCC is not a good look because I came from HBCU, you know, historically black college university. A community college, you know, when people shit on that, you know, eventually it seems into you. And for a while I was like, yeah, no, people gonna be looking at me like, you went to FAM and went to CCC. But that's what I was hearing. But then come to find out, a lot of the professors left FAMU and FSU and went to CCC. It's better, it's more convenient, it's cheaper. Not even that FAMU is a bad school nor FSU, but your experience depends on who you are and how you go about it, if I'm being quite honest, and what you experience. Like, because a lot of it is out of your control. But I'm just saying, I'm so glad that I didn't let a lot of things deteriorate my experience. I'm glad I didn't let a lot of things hinder me from going to community college as I did before, you know. Because your girl was like, that's not really school. Like, I'm looking like a failure. I came up here to go to this big college, and I'm going to a community college, and not even for my degree, but for a certification. Girl, school is school. And I don't even gotta go to school. You know what I'm saying? If I want to make a life and a living out of my life, if I want to make a living for myself outside of school, or if I want to get my degree or get a certification and do something else, I can do that too. I can do that too. And this is me reminding myself, by the way, I'm not yelling at y'all. I just want to clear that up. I'm not, you know, I promise. This is how I talk when I get passionate. But friendship advice. I'm still learning how to be a good friend myself, but what I can honestly say is allow the friendship to be a learning thing and an experience rather than expecting or assuming how it may turn out. If that makes any sense. Because a lot of times I feel like we can become well acquainted with someone and it can feel great, and then it gets to a point where in the midst of us enjoying this person and having a great experience, we can also look at what we want them to be, who we need a person to be. And most of the time we don't really realize what we needed was probably there in that friend, if that makes any sense. Like, a lot of friendships fail because most of them, like I said earlier, are like transactional. It's more so of what a person can do for you, not even like how a person can just let you or help you see life, and how you can make another person see life, and how y'all can experience life together. I feel like a lot of factors ruin relationships, but especially friendships, because we're not really allowing ourselves to become friendly with each other, well acquainted. A lot of us are in fear of learning ourselves, I'm being honest, and a lot of us are in fear of learning ourselves and learning the world and learning how we can show up for others and how others can show up for us. And I'm not saying that to be negative. Like, I can say that from my own experience too. I haven't really allowed myself to get close to a lot of people in regards to making friendships because of standards I've set and just because of other experiences with other friendships. And I gotta remind myself that everybody is not the same, and not even that everybody is not the same, but that I'm able to have these opportunities to make friendships and to meet people for a reason. It's everlasting. And I'm here to just say, every opportunity you have to make beautiful friendships, even if you don't know how it's gonna go, you simply being able to meet people and become friends with them, I say take it in until you feel as though you should not. And you know when you should not, by all means. I'm not gonna tell you just become friends with somebody and stay friends with them. If you know you need to get the hell on, please get the hell on. A lot of friendships are not even permanent. A lot of friendships are for lessons. Not even just lessons, but a lot of friendships are just seasonal. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's not even just that you're not meant to be in a person's life and vice versa, but y'all are going through different journeys in life, and y'all are learning different things, and the people that are meant to be in your life will be there. Do what's for you, and in regards to people and friendships, make sure that the people around you are because you want them to be there. And when I say that, I mean do not enable or tolerate certain people that are not good for your mental health, and vice versa. And sometimes it's not even of a thing where it's like they're just complete turmoil, but like I said, sometimes you're just in different journeys. If a person is of turmoil, because it could be of that as well, just go into friendships with a whole heart, you know what I'm saying, with an open mind. I just feel like if you go into friendships just very simple-minded, if you will, or just kind of closed off to simply wanting to get to know an individual and allow a person to get to know you, you won't really get far. And I'm not saying that to be negative either, because friendships are time consuming, and when I say time consuming, I'm not saying that to be negative, but it takes time. It takes time. You're learning a person, the person is learning you, and most of the time we are learning each other for the first time. So I just want to say, let's just give each other grace, you know what I'm saying, and give each other compassion, because we're all going through this life thing for the first time, and all we need are supporters, you know what I'm saying, caring hearts, caring spirits. All we need are things and people of uplifting, you know, and not just because you want people around you to just make you feel good. You want people to do things for you, but literally because who wouldn't want to go through life feeling loved on and cared and supported by the people around them, on top of the things around them. So if we can do it for ourselves, I just say we can try to do it for others as well. Like, you know, hopefully that made sense. And like I said, I'm about to do a part 2 because I want to answer the rest of these questions, but this video is already going to be long. I'm going to get everything together and put this video out for y'all. Like I said, I'm going to try to record tomorrow just while I'm out and about as well, so y'all get a little bit more of just me talking and cooking and showing my fine self.